Alexis Balliet is a Titan. She's a former high school and college athlete who's now involved in bodybuilding competitions. A Titan, by the way, is one that is gigantic in size or power, one that stands out for greatness of achievement. That's according to Merriam-Webster. Balliet was also given another title by none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson during the actual Titan Games on NBC.
The Rock said, called you, and I think your competitor as well, a certified professor of badassery. And I was just wondering if you heard that, and like, has that come up? I mean, do you have a t-shirt now with that on? Or?
So it's funny that you said that, because so me and my competitor Shantae, we still talk. Like, we're very close friends. We really just hit it right off the bat. And I texted her recently and I messaged her, hey, just to let you know, we have a new degree. And she, obviously it was like a big hit, but no t-shirts yet, but it, it gives me an idea.
While I was worried about t-shirts, Balliet, who calls drums home, was more concerned about her story inspiring others who live in small towns to dream big, like Titan-size big. Fitness has always been a part of Alexis Balliet's life.
So my mom is a fitness instructor. Since she's a fitness instructor, I've been a part of the gym since I was born, right? So I've always watched these strong women come in the gym, do their thing, and I just didn't think there was anything less to do. I don't know if I had a person that I idolized or anything, but I just kind of, what I've seen growing up, I just knew that that's what I was gonna be, or that's what I thought I had to be, and it's kind of just transitioned into my life.
In college, Balliet was a championship-level track and field athlete at Delaware Valley University, where she broke the school record in the heptathlon.
With like the heptathlon, so because it was 7 events, I couldn't just do 100, right? I had to do the 200 and the long jump and the shot put, and I wanted to stay busy, and especially after, I tried CrossFit and it was great, it just wasn't for me. Then I thought of even strongman. I was like, should I try strongman? But just the weight class, I was like, I don't know if that's a good fit. And then bodybuilding just happened. It was a little easier for me to transition into that. So that's kind of where I stuck for the past few years, and we'll see what's next.
Her next challenge came out of the blue.
I was actually training for the Arnold. It's one of the biggest bodybuilding competitions in the world, right? So I'm training. September, I have 6 months to train for this Arnold, right? And I was doing the wellness division. So in that time, I kind of got contacted to apply, like from someone part of the Titan Games saying, hey, you should apply, you'd be really good. And I was like, I think this is fake. I don't really know what's going on. But then it happened again, and I was like, you know what? What's the harm, right? Let's see, worst case. And I applied, and next thing I know, I'm getting flown to Hollywood for a combine and a tryout. And it got to meet amazing people, and it really was hitting me that I'm like, this is real. I'm here, I was selected. And then to get the call after the tryout that I was on the show, I was shocked. I was just like, okay, a girl from, a little town in Pennsylvania is now going to the Titan Games with The Rock and 30 other people that were selected out of thousands and thousands. So it was a great honor.
Balliet ended up on the Season 2 premiere episode of the Titan Games on NBC, matched up with another heptathlete, Shantae McMillan. McMillan competed in the heptathlon at the 2012 Olympics for Team USA. At the Titan Games, there's no javelin throw or 200-meter dash. The competition between Balliet and McMillan started with an event called the Launch Pad.
You hold a ring, right? And you have to swing, and it's pretty high in the air. Like, I'm not afraid of heights, so it's fine. But it's very high in the air, and you have to really get momentum to even touch them. So once you finally get momentum to be able to even reach them, they're 250-pound, I almost call them doors, giant doors. And you have to kick them off this like platform. And once you kick them, that's 1 down, and you have to get 4. And there's 2 kind of front and back this way, and then there's 2 over on the side of you. So after you get the first 2, you have to stop yourself, your momentum, and then restart and get the other 2. I'll be honest, the whole time I had like just a great time. Like, it wasn't, because it's not I didn't feel strength-wise or strong. I felt more like agility. Strength, obviously, when I'm kicking the door as hard as I possibly can. But the coolest part is, when am I ever gonna have an experience where I am flying in the air holding a ring kicking down doors. Probably never. So it was awesome.
Balliet won Launchpad and McMillan won the next event, so it all came down to a tiebreaker, an event called the Herculean Pull. Balliet and McMillan were engaged in a horizontal tug-of-war using a 20-foot pole that weighed 100 pounds. Balliet was so close to victory when she fell. At this point, Balliet's body was exhausted, and McMillan was able to grab the win. Balliet didn't get the victory on this day, but her performance proves she deserves the title of Titan, and that other title given to her by The Rock. She seems to have impressed him and many others.
I got a text from this mom who's a young girl I coach, she's 7, and just help out, like really it's not like coaching, but just helping out with like athletics, basic things like that. And she texted me saying that her daughter was watching, and she watched and she said, "Mom, I want Lexi to win because she taught me to be strong," and she flexed her muscles, and I'm just like wants to tear. I'm like, oh my goodness, because that just touched me so much that, you know, I showed a young girl that, you know, muscles aren't just for the boys and she can do whatever she wants. It was so touching. It really was.
Before moving on to the next chapter in her story, I asked Balliet if she had any more thoughts on the Titan Games.
I would just love to say, whether you're young, old, it doesn't matter. Honestly, if you give everything you got, that's all you have to ask. And whether you win, whether you lose, some of the best failures is what I learned from the most. I know, again, I obviously didn't win. The nation can watch me not succeed, I guess you could say, but it taught me so much more than, you know, winning's not everything. You know, maybe strategy is different things, or that I can make it onto something like that. And if I can, I'm no different than you or someone else. It's up to that person to kind of continue and reach their goals.
For SSPTV Sports, I'm Ken Cara.